All right, good evening. I'd like to call the North Aurora Village Board meeting for Monday, November 17th, 2025 to order. Please join me in a silent prayer and meditation. All right, thank you. Please join me in a pledge of allegiance. All right, when you're ready, roll call, please.
Mayor Gaffino.
Here.
Trustee Christensen.
Here.
Trustee Curtis.
Here.
Trustee Gately.
Here.
Trustee Lowry.
Here.
Trustee Salazar.
Here.
All right, thank you. Next item up is swearing in of our new K-9 officer, Atlas. So he wants to come down front and center.
Mayor, can I say something real quick?
Sure.
Okay. Tonight, you'll be swearing in Atlas, our new K-9 that is trained in locating missing people, articles, and narcotics. First, I'd like to recognize two organizations. One, the National Police Dog Foundation, who awarded us a grant for the training. They covered the training. And Protecting K-9 Heroes, who gave us a new protective vest and trauma kit for Atlas. Now you can swear.
Good. All right, come on up.
Hi, baby.
So I've sworn in many officers, but I never sworn in one that never responds back. So do a little grace here as I read this.
That's a good dog.
She accepts.
There you go.
All right. Okay, so I, Atlas,
Roof.
do solemnly swear to serve the North Aurora Police Department with unwavering loyalty, using my highly trained nose, tenacity to detect illegal narcotics, tracking missing persons, supporting public safety efforts with precision and heart. I pledge to obey my handler, respond swiftly to commands, as I figure this out. And uphold the values of our department with courage, dedication, and enthusiastic tail wags wherever I shall go and serve in the village of North Aurora. So, congratulations.
How old is Atlas? Chief, how old is Atlas? 2.
We're excited to have her on board, and I heard she's already done some of her work, and yeah, so congrats.
He will fit right in with that energy.
All right. She has to sign this or something?
Put a paw print. Oh, you have it.
Yeah, smile, Ethan.
Aw.
They're going to work? Going to work?
She's ready to get on the job.
All right, so move on to our presentation night for the 2024-2025 annual comprehensive financial report. Jason?
Thank you, Mayor. Tonight we have Jamie Wilkie from Lauterbach and Amon. She's the audit partner. She's going to present the annual audit report. I left copies at the dais for everyone if they want to follow along, so I'll just turn it over to Jamie and you can begin.
Thank you. In my 20-plus years, I've never followed a dog, so very exciting first time. Huge dog lover, so love it. As Jason indicated, we have a very large document in front of you this evening. It does have all the lovely pictures of the village on the front. If you have that handy, I will provide some page number references as we review the results of the audit this evening. Certainly want to start by thanking Jason as well as Mandy in the finance department. This is truly one of our cleanest municipal audit engagements each year. That was certainly the same for this fiscal year, so definitely want to give kudos to the team for all of their efforts in preparing for the audit. Typically when we come in, we like to see the books fully adjusted, no material journal entries, things organized, et cetera, and they really do an outstanding job. So thank you, Jason, and thank you to the team. We do have about 150 pages to cover this evening. We will not go through them in detail, I promise, but certainly want to give some high-level overview and some of the key sections within the document. We'll start on page 8. Which provides the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting. I did want to point out this award this evening for the village. This is another independent review of the annual audit each year conducted by the Government Finance Officers Association, or GFOA. This award is really deemed the highest level of financial reporting that any state or local government can undertake. There's quite a bit more from a transparency perspective that you are required to include in the audit. I will point out one of those key sections towards the end of our presentation this evening. But certainly, again, kudos to the staff in ensuring that the financial statements that are issued meet that high level of criteria. So this is a copy of last year's award. We will be coordinating with Jason and the team to again submit this year's audit to the program, and we do obviously anticipate receipt of that award for this fiscal year as well. Immediately after the award, on pages 11 through 13, you'll find the independent auditor's opinion. So this is truly the purpose of why our firm is engaged each year. Illinois state statute does require that local governments undertake an independent audit within 6 months of the close of the fiscal year. The goal of that audit opinion each year is to ensure that the financial statements are materially correct. We have indicated that by what we call an unmodified or clean opinion on page 11. That unmodified opinion is really the highest level opinion we can issue each year for the village's financial results. And again, that indicates to users of the financials that the financials themselves are in fact materially correct. As part of the audit process each year, we are also required to take a look at the village's overall internal control environment. So while we are not required to opine specifically on internal controls, we are doing deep dive testing on internal controls, as well as policies, procedures, workflow, looking at detailed transactions, engaging in third-party confirmations, and then obviously all of the supporting documentation that the staff is required to provide to us to substantiate those balances. Certainly during that internal control testing, if there were any areas of concern, red flags, things that we would like to see improved, we would have to have those conversations this evening, and I'm happy to report we did not have any exceptions to our control testing. So truly the cleanest level opinion you can receive each year. Immediately after the opinion, on pages 15 through 27 of the document, you'll find a section labeled Management's Discussion and Analysis, or MD&A. 151 pages is an awful lot to digest. Pages 15 through 27 really serve as the executive summary to the audit itself. I always encourage our boards and commissions, if that is one of the sections you read in detail, to certainly do so. That is prepared by Jason and Mandy internally, really providing kind of that executive summary, high-level overview of the financial statements. You'll see comparables to the prior fiscal year, discussion on major trends and kind of major transactions, as well as discussion on things like capital assets and long-term debt, which you'll see during those 13 pages is actually much of the discussion for this year. So bonds obviously being issued during the year, some major capital projects being undertaken, and that really those two components have impacted the financial results for the year. I did want to point out the results for the general fund as of fiscal year end. That will take us all the way to page 94 of the document. This is what we call kind of our budgetary scorecard. So where did the budget originally kind of get set for the general fund? What was the final budget on page 94? And then what were actual results for the year? I did want to point out that the general fund being, obviously the primary operating fund of the village, did have a positive operating year this past fiscal year to the tune of about an $800,000 increase in fund balance, which certainly exceeded budgetary expectations. Much of that was coming from continued kind of strong sales tax performance, investment income, really the revenue side of the equation exceeding budget during the fiscal year. I also mentioned, starting on page 128, one of the required sections for the Certificate of Achievement Award. So page 128, actually through the last page of the document, will take you through what we call our statistical section. Unfortunately, most folks don't make it this far in the annual audit, so always important to point this section out. Really a wealth of information at the back of the document. Pages 128 through 151 will provide all kinds of 10-year trend information for the village, covering things such as financial results for the last decade, property tax information, long-term debt, and really a wealth of operating indicators and other demographic information as well. So certainly like to point this out to our boards and councils as you have some time to spend a little more towards the back of the report. I think there's really a wealth of transparency information condensed within that section. That covers the audit document. I did want to mention we issue 2 letters in conjunction with the audit each year. Those are letters to governance. The first is what we call a SAS 114 letter. Really nothing to report this evening, which is exactly what you want to hear from your auditors. That letter would include any exceptions or any concerns during our testing. So things like disagreements with management, if we propose journal entries that the village refused to post to the system, if we had to engage in services of outside experts for some reason. We did not have any of those things, so it's truly kind of the standard language saying we didn't have to do any of those things. Lastly, we do issue what we call a management letter that provides best practice recommendations each year, as well as compliance changes coming down the pipeline. So we had one best practice recommendation related to IT security. We are seeing that kind of obviously a hot topic these days with cybersecurity, and just kind of that gentle, friendly reminder to all of our governments to ensure that we're kind of keeping that at the forefront of discussion. And then second, we do have 2 new compliance standards coming in future fiscal years from the Governmental Accounting Standards Board, or GASB. So those are GASB 102 and 103. We'll be working with the team to ensure that those are obviously implemented in the fiscal year required. They're not as impactful as some of the past statements we've gone through, so I think we're all happy to have a little bit of a breather on that front. But again, we'll work through with staff to ensure those 2 compliance changes are implemented in accordance with the standards. So happy to open it up for any questions this evening that the board might have. Just wanted to reiterate the clean opinion, outstanding work by the staff, no internal control findings. It's about the happiest meeting I can come attend and deliver. So thank you for having me.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, Jason.
Congratulations.
All right. Audience comments. Somebody signed up, but anybody else want to speak? All right. Seeing none. Consent agenda. Steve?
Sure. Just 2 items on the consent agenda, which are standard, and that would be our minutes from the last meetings and for the bills list for this time.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Christensen?
Yes.
Trustee Curtis?
Yes.
Trustee Gately?
Yes.
Trustee Lowry?
Yes.
Trustee Salazar?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Under new business, item 1, Jason?
Thank you, Mayor. This item is just the board's official acceptance and approval of the fiscal year 24-25 annual audit report that was just presented.
Motion to approve?
Discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Gately?
Yes.
Trustee Lowry?
Yes.
Trustee Salazar?
Yes.
Trustee Christensen?
Yes.
Trustee Curtis?
All right, thank you. Item 2, Brian?
Thank you, Mayor. This item is a bid waive for the water treatment plant generator control project. This project consists of upgrading the controls on the generators at the water treatment plants and was bid out in August and came back $21,000 over budget, so the bids were rejected. Staff made changes in the specification and went directly to companies for quotes. We received 3 proposals and were able to save $10,000 from the original bid price. This project is still over the budgeted amount of $60,000, but staff believes there are enough funds in the treatment plant repair and maintenance line item in the budget to cover the overage. The staff is recommending waiving the bidding process and awarding the work to Frank Marshall Electric in the amount of $71,397.
Motion approved.
Second.
Discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Christensen?
Yes.
Trustee Curtis? Trustee Gately?
Yes.
Trustee Lowry?
Yes.
Trustee Salazar?
Yes.
Mayor Gafino?
Yes. All right, thank you. Village President report, leaf removal is going good. Brian, it seemed like, any update on that?
Last week, we collected 48 loads, 795 yards. We had the holiday, of course, that slowed us down. We had a leaf machine breakdown and a truck breakdown. They were fixed within a day and back up. A few nights, the guys worked till 8, 9 o'clock at night to make up for it, and they finished up early Saturday morning. So now we just started this week on the east side, and it's heavy, so they'll be out most of the week for the leaves.
All right, well done. Trustee comments? Administrator report?
Just wanted to point out that most everybody has seen the railroad crossing up here closed for the next 5 days. It's obviously a logistical issue, considering it's our only access to the bridge without having to go down residential side street like Grant. But I want to give the police and Public Works a lot of credit for putting a plan together, and we have extra patrols out on Grant Street, making sure that during rush hour time specifically, we have extra patrol out there, and then during other times of the day, they're out there checking as well. When I drove to work today, I saw 2 officers on Grant Street, and trucks keep cutting through, and we keep pulling them over, and it's just one of those things where for 5 days, the cops will be vigilant. We have street signs up there trying to slow people down. Brian put up some extra signage before the project started, trying to clear parking and actually keep trucks from going down that street. Overall, I mean, we've had residents from Grant Street come and tell us that, it's traffic's bad, but overall, it's been working as good as we could have expected, so.
Thank you.
Did they say how long it's going to take them to do the repairs, or?
It should be done by Friday.
I just want to say you guys were way ahead of the issue. So, I mean, you guys last week were already planning your operations and how to handle it. And as far as a big truck turning, once you commit off of 25 the turn, you're kind of stuck, if you're a semi, so
Definitely.
I guess in some ways we're lucky we have, for our residents anyway, that Grant Street get around, because we'd be going to Batavia, Wilson Street, or Sullivan Road, and it is uncomfortable for everybody, and I get all that, but hopefully by Friday, we'll have a great railroad crossing, and we'll get through this. But as far as the residents there, I understand that it's not great seeing the semis come down, but like I said, I don't think they can turn the corner and back up once they realize no trucks, and so it's just
It's good it's getting done Friday. I mean, this has been an ongoing issue since
Yes.
I've been on the board. I mean, finally
Right.
got the railroad company to
Yeah.
repair the
Right.
As somebody who lives on the east side, I'm very happy to see the repair done.
Yeah.
Because it really is very rough going over those tracks.
So there's a
5
resident.
days is really not that much of a sacrifice in my mind.
Sorry, Carolyn. There was a resident who called only a few days before they posted the signs that the crossing was closing, and I was laughing because he said, I don't know what else I can do. What can the village do? And I said, well, we've reached out to BNSF several times over the last few years, and they're well aware of it. But I said, here's the number for BNSF. I can call as well. Within like a day, the signs went up, so he's probably thinking to himself that he called BNSF. And so that was just, the timing of that was perfect.
Good for him.
Yeah, so anyway, well, thanks for the work ahead of it just didn't happen by accident, and you guys are way ahead of the issue and
Yeah.
try to stay on top of it, which we pride ourselves in all the time, best we can, so thank you for that. Department reports. Okay, seeing none, motion adjourned.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, same? Okay, we'll start the committee of the whole shortly. Thank you.